All over the state, large cities, small towns, we see so-called internet cafes popping up all over the place. And it sounds, harmless enough, internet cafes. You've got legislation that would put a stop to a lot of this sort of industry. Tell us about what are internet cafes and why do you want to stop their growth?
Well, I would object to the term internet cafe to describe these entities. Some people call them internet cafe sweepstakes. I call them storefront casinos. I think that's probably what accurately describes them. I've been to internet cafes in China and in Europe, and those are absolutely fine. We want to encourage those. But these are gambling establishments that are using the name of internet cafe basically to set up storefront gambling in shopping centers all across the state. Normally, there's a few dozen locations where you can go to gamble in the state of Florida. There are now hundreds of locations in the state right next door to the Publix or right next door to the dry cleaner where people that didn't have gambling problems before are all of a sudden developing these problems. So it's creating social problems and crime problems in our state. I don't think that the legislature, in enacting this gambling policy over decades, ever would have anticipated that there would be as many as 1,000 places where you could gamble in the state, and all the problems that come with that are a real problem. And I would say that the cities and counties are struggling to deal with this, and there is so much money from these entities that run these, they're really mowing over cities and counties that are struggling with them. And some of the prosecutors, there's been sort of mixed results in being able to use current law. So to me, we as the legislature have a responsibility to clarify the law in this situation, because the uncontrolled growth of gambling on every street corner is, I think, a big problem. In Tallahassee a year and a half ago, or Leon County rather, there was one of these. Now there's 28. So I don't think that that should keep going unchecked. So House Bill 3 is a prohibition bill to try to address this problem.